run some errands. Please tidy up this place. No! Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad. In the month of June, visit a Benny's near you and get 19 to 25% off selected items such as Milwaukee and Axie power tools, Charbroil barbecue grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, 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 oh.
Making the headlines for tonight's newscast, body of man found in Unitedville. BNTU stages road blockades as a part of their ongoing national demonstration. Man shoots at police officer in Belize City, and the theme for September celebrations 2025 is revealed. These stories and more coming up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
Brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Looking to build or renovate? Find the inspiration you need in our showroom. First stop, the kitchen. Explore big-name appliances, all built to make life easier. From there, let the lights guide you. But what about the finer details? We've got you covered. And to bring it all together, we've got tiles for every surface.
All available online.
Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
So I received the key in December of last year, and I moved in February. Many people may say it's a very small house, but it's not. Inside is very spacious. It can accommodate me and my children, and it's very comfortable. It's a new environment, a new home for me and my children. We have been blessed. It's a blessing, you know. And my kids, we are all very thankful for this new home. It made a lot of changes in our life, you know. We value things more. And my kids are so amazed that we own our own home. You know, it's ours. And that's the amazing thing about it, because if I should die, my kids have something that I left, you know, and this is all through the government program. And I am very, very thankful for that. It was challenging at first because as a single mom, it goes with a lot of saving, and I noticed that the saving wasn't going to be enough. So I had to go and get a little small loan from the bank. And I had someone who worked with me, and therefore this is the outcome of it, you know. And like I just said, we're so blessed, you know. Before I do anything, I always ensure that I pray on it. While I was saving, and I was like, I go and check the cost of the different things, and I see the different prices. I'm like, you know something, Lord, it's in your hands. It's 2 rooms, right? I'm very excited for that because I'm so proud of myself. It's 2 rooms, it's very spacious, they're very big. It's for my kids. We just have little minor stuff to do now. We have the plastering inside and out. We have the ceiling and painting. Everything else is already completed.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad. In the month of June, visit a Benny's near you and get 19 to 25% off selected items such as Milwaukee and Axie power tools, Charbroil barbecue grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, 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 oh.
Imagine getting rewards for your spending. Smart prepaid customers countrywide, it's time to level up with Smart Gains. Smart Gains are exclusive, limited time offers sent straight to your phone. We're talking irresistible rewards. You'll actually want extra credit, bonus data, and exclusive perks, all tailored to you. Because it's smart, we've always got your back. Don't miss out on rewards made just for you. Smart Gains, smart savings, smart you. Smart, bringing people together.
So I received the key in December of last year, and I moved in February. Many people may say it's a very small house, but it's not. Inside is very spacious. It can accommodate me and my children, and it's very comfortable. It's a new environment, a new home for me and my children. We have been blessed. It's a blessing, you know. And my kids, we are all very thankful for this new home. It made a lot of changes in our life, you know. We value things more. And my kids are so amazed that we own our own home. You know, it's ours. And that's the amazing thing about it, because if I should die, my kids have something that I left, you know. And this is all through the government program. And I am very, very thankful for that. It was challenging at first because as a single mom, it goes with a lot of saving, and I noticed that the saving wasn't going to be enough, so I had to go and get a little small loan from the bank. And I had someone who worked with me, and therefore this is the outcome of it, you know. And like I just said, we're so blessed, you know. Before I do anything, I always ensure that I pray on it. While I was saving, and I was like, I go and check the cost of the different things, and I see the different prices. I'm like, you know something, Lord, it's in your hands. It's 2 rooms, right? I'm very excited for that because I'm so proud of myself. It's 2 rooms, it's very spacious, they're very big. It's for my kids. We just have a little minor stuff to do now. We have the plastering inside and out. We have the ceiling and painting. Everything else is already completed.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad. In the month of June, visit a Benny's near you and get 19 to 25% off selected items such as Milwaukee and Axie power tools, Charbroil barbecue grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, 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 oh.
Imagine getting rewards for your spending. Smart prepaid customers countrywide, it's time to level up with Smart Gains. Smart Gains are exclusive, limited time offers sent straight to your phone. We're talking irresistible rewards. You'll actually want extra credit, bonus data, and exclusive perks, all tailored to you. Because at Smart, we've always got your back. Don't miss out on rewards made just for you. Smart gains, smart savings, smart you. Smart, bringing people together.
Did you hear about the beef?
No, what happened?
I'm making meatloaf.
No.
Lewis is making meatloaf. Joel's making burgers. Anthony's making burgers.
For the bread, we are doing croutons, and the bread soak it with milk, and that will embrace the flavor for the meatloaf to make it juicy.
It's hot.
We have to let go one of them, so I wish them good luck to the other contestants for the final.
Proudly sponsored by Grill Master, Beef Masters, Rustino's Imports, and PlusTV. Other sponsors include Tri Fitness Club, Alan Paradise Hotel. This Saturday, get ready to fire it up down south. 6 Grill Warriors, 4 weekends, 1 National Grill Master. The heat is on as top contenders battle it out for $2,000 cash prize. Contestants will be judged on juiciness, presentation, and pure grilling power. But watch out, contestants can be voted off by their own rivals. Join us for food, fire, and fierce competition in Placencia, May 24th, 31st, and the grand finale, June 7th at Doyle Smoke Yard and Catering. Call 620-7147 or 600-2762 for more information. Grill Master Competition, who will reign supreme at the flames? Proudly sponsored by Grill Master, Beef Masters, Rustino's Imports, and PlusTV. Other sponsors include Tri Fitness Club, Alan Paradise Hotel.
Attention Belmopan residents. This is an important reminder regarding the proper disposal of debris in our community. As per Statutory Instrument Number 122 of 2005, Section 10, Subsection B, residents are strictly prohibited from placing debris on the buffers. Violating this regulation is considered a ticketable littering offense. Residents are encouraged to use private contractors or contact the Belmopan City Council to make arrangements for debris disposal. If you need assistance with debris disposal, please contact the Sanitation Department at 822-2271, extension 2019. This message is brought to you by the Belmopan City Council. Let's work together to keep our beautiful city clean and safe. Thank you for your cooperation.
Spice up your next event with professional lighting. Call 610-5679 and give your audience an experience they'll never forget. Proper stage lighting ensures stage visibility, motivates, and sets the mood of the atmosphere. We provide services for weddings, concerts, parties, dance recitals, and much more. Captivate your audience. Improve your production today. Call Shamax Productions at 610-5679 for quality and professional stage lighting.
Welcome to Plus News for Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. I am Julian Cruz. Shortly before our news time, we received reports of a body that was found in Unitedville. According to reports, a child was on his way to play football with his friends when he walked past the cemetery and smelled something foul. The child went to locate the source of the scent, and that is when he discovered the body. He quickly alerted others in the village who called the police. According to residents of the area, they did not believe that the man is from the area as no one could properly identify him. We have confirmed that the body was found with 3 separate wounds, one near the neck area, one near the shoulder, and the other near the abdomen. We will keep following this story. Early this morning, Wednesday, June 4th, the Belize National Teachers Union, the BNTU, blocked roads on George Price Drive, in Dangriga during demonstrations that occurred earlier today. During this event, the BNTU blocked roads at mile 2 on the George Price Drive, blaming mechanical failure. One of the vehicles was ultimately towed with owners still inside. These actions taken by the BNTU are part of the union's industrial actions, protesting the delayed salary increments and unresolved issues in their collective bargaining agreement, and saw teachers and the police clashing on the road. Earlier this year, in April, over 2,500 members of the BNTU had voted for a 3-phase plan, which included demonstrations, school shutdowns, as well as a full strike. This incident comes less than a month following the recent teachers' demonstration, which saw members of the BNTU gathering in Belmopan to march alongside other unions to demand salary adjustments, benefits, and wage increases in spite of the government ordering schools to remain open. During the demonstration earlier today, our Dangriga correspondent spoke to Ifasina Efyoniemi, the secretary of the Stan Creek branch BNTU, who told them more.
We are engaged in industrial action. Everybody is aware of that, and there are different ways to take industrial action, different ways to register our discontent with our government and their abuse of us as workers. They took 10% of our salaries, they've deprived us of our increments, and that is why we are making a stand. We are building momentum because, as you know, our teachers already had voted for a 2-day massive shutdown, and then after that is going to be a strike. We already did our demonstration, that was phase 1. So we are building up now in phase 2 because we are fed up. The government insulted us by coming back with a 3% when we are asking for 8.5%. And that is what we are maintaining. So we expect today that they will give their official response. In the meantime, we are registering our discontent. We want them to see that we are serious in our fight. And our fight is not just for teachers and public officers, it is for this country. You notice behind us that they actually towed one of our teachers' vehicles this morning. They didn't bring any mechanical support. Instead, they chose to tow the vehicle while the teacher was in her vehicle. And that's why we are here now, because we are here to give her support as well. Touch one, touch all, Harry. This morning, like other places around the country, teachers were gathered because they were having mechanical issues on the main road. So we were right at the monument site having vehicle issues and making our point made to the government that we are not satisfied with what they are doing, and we are taking a stance collectively. We had issues with the police, and that is a sad situation because they're following commands from people who are also guilty of violating even them, and they are not able to take industrial action the way we are able to take industrial action. So our fight is not just for us, it's also for them. Traffic was disrupted because it's important for the public to be aware that what affects us affects them too. And we wanted to make that point as well. And we appreciate those that support our fight, support our cause, because we are in this together. This was from around 5:30, so we were there for almost 2 hours. Police eventually escalated and used force to get their tow truck to remove one of our teachers' vehicles, and like I said, they removed the vehicle while the teacher was in her vehicle. They did not give her the opportunity to move the vehicle once the tow truck was trying to hook up to the vehicle. So they actually moved her vehicle onto the tow truck while her vehicle had already started and she was trying to move it out of the way. That is what transpired, and that's why the vehicle is here now. And they took her keys from her. Have that on video. They took her keys from her, causing her not to be able to close her windows. So when the shower came down just now, her vehicle was also messed up with the rain.
Following the teachers' protests in the form of road blockade and subsequent scuttle between the teachers and uniformed police officers, the police department held a virtual press conference to address the matter today. ASP Stacey Smith told the media that the department is looking into possible charges, as while teachers have a right to register discontent, they cannot do so at the expense of the rights of others.
So far, what we have ascertained is that these acts are as a consequence of the ongoing labor dispute with the government of Belize. Both of the incidents entail the teachers utilizing their vehicles to block the road and junctions in Danbriga and Bella Vista respectively. What the department appreciates is that whilst teachers have their right to freedom of expression, which we understand in this instance to mean them registering their discontent, they expressing their right cannot be done in such a way that infringes on the rights of others. A relevant right in this instance is the right to freedom of movement, which is obviously impacted when main roads are blocked, and this prevents other citizens from being able to get from point A to point B, which can have cascading effect on the way they would have organized their day's activity, as well as it can impact the provision of emergency services, which is of great concern. So the department has exercised great restraint, and though that has been done, the police department has a mandate which is to uphold law and order, and in that vein we are in the process of reviewing provisions of the Criminal Code, the Motor Vehicle and Road Traffic Act, and the Control of Public Meetings and Public Procession Act, with a view to identify the relevant offences that may have been committed and bringing the alleged offenders before the court. The offences that have been so far identified are obstructing the free flow of traffic, unlawful assembly, obstruction of the police officers in the execution of their duties, and aggravated assault of those officers who were in the execution of their duties. Again, the department would like to stress that much leeway were given to teachers this morning in their activity. They were afforded upwards of 2 hours to remove their vehicles and disperse, and it was only after this request was not met that measured actions were taken, as the department recognizes, and the commissioner himself has emphasized that all actions that are taken must be measured, respectful, and in alignment with the effective and lawful management of civil dissent.
ASP Smith says she believes that the police officers showed great restraint given the circumstances. Today, the media caught up with Honorable Francis Fonseca, one of the government's negotiators with the unions, regarding their demands for an increase in salary and for their frozen increments. Minister Fonseca says that the actions of the teachers today were very disappointing, as he believes negotiations have continued to be cordial with progress being made.
I'm really disappointed that, in my view, the BNTU has really, I think, broken faith with those good faith discussions that we've been having, broken, I think, the trust of those discussions and negotiations. And I think, when they do that, they risk losing the support of reasonable people, the public, as well as, I think, losing credibility with this government and with future governments. We have always treated them with dignity, with respect. We have always, I can tell you, as the Minister of Education for the last 4.5 years, we have always worked with the BNTU to resolve any concerns they have, any issues that they raise. We have worked with them to try to address those concerns and issues in a respectful, meaningful way. So I think the risk there is that they will lose credibility. The governments will ask this government and future governments, what is the purpose of working in good faith? What is the purpose of treating you with respect and working with you and trying to resolve issues? If at the end of the day, your position is we will strike, we will protest, we will disrupt, so I really hope that good faith will prevail, and that we can resolve these issues where they should be resolved, around the negotiating table. We have an agreed upon. I'm very disappointed that we are both committed to this process, and at the same time, we have, and I'm not even sure if it's the entire BNTU, but elements of the BNTU, in my view, acting in bad faith and not respecting that process that is in place. So, today disrupting public traffic, I think that's, certainly something that I find very, very disappointing, very, very disappointing.
We also spoke with the Minister of Public Service, Honorable Henry Charles Usher, on the activities of the teachers today. Minister Usher says that in his opinion, negotiations are a better way to achieve their objectives. He explained that the government is in the process of responding to the union's last letter.
I am somebody who will always prefer being around the table, discussing these issues in a respectful and productive manner. I always say that it's important to speak to each other rather than at each other. And right now, we received a response to the proposals that the government have made. The cabinet met yesterday to discuss that response, and a reply will be sent to them. I believe that they are taking every opportunity they can to express themselves, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But like I say, it's important to always be discussing it in a productive and a respectful way. We don't achieve much by just screaming at each other. I don't see that as being taking anything forward. So I think what is more important is that we can have a reply sent to the unions, and then we schedule a meeting for when we can discuss that reply and the response that we receive. In the meantime, there are other areas that we are making good progress on. I believe that we have scheduled a date, June 18th, to discuss the new round of collective bargaining agreement, to at least sign a framework for that collective bargaining agreement. And I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a whole different set of negotiations and discussions when it comes to what the unions are proposing in this new round of collective bargaining. So, there's a lot happening, and we can't just focus on the actions being taken, but rather let us see the progress being made.
Do you know the status of that pending response from the government at this time?
It should be sent either today or tomorrow.
The former Minister of Education is one of the current government negotiators with the unions. He says that 6 of the 7 points raised by teachers have been agreed to already, and negotiations are still ongoing. According to Minister Fonseca, today's traffic blockade by some teachers is suggestive of bad faith negotiations on the part of the teachers. He explained the progress of the negotiations as he sees it.
But we have put in place a structure, a mechanism that has been in place for some time for us to negotiate and discuss these issues. So on May 13th, we had a meeting between the Junt and government negotiating team. At that meeting, which I believe was very productive, a very positive, a very respectful meeting, the government made certain proposals to the Junt, the joint unions. The joint unions, I think we then followed that up with a 7-point letter in which we outlined the points of agreement or points of offer that we had made to them in that meeting. I should point out for the benefit of the public that we are agreed on 6 of the 7 points. We are in agreement on 6 of the 7 points. The 7th point has to do with the 8.5% salary increase demand from the teachers. And government, to be very clear, what government has said is that we are prepared to give you 8.5%, but we can't do it in one single year, one single fiscal year. We are prepared to do it over a 3-year period. So October of this year, we are prepared to give you 3%. And then we can sit down together and discuss how we will implement the remaining 5.5% over the next 2 years. That is the position of the government. We've also agreed to unfreeze two increments. So we would unfreeze one in April of 2026. And then, based on our discussions and negotiations, we would then unfreeze another additional increment that was frozen during COVID. So that really is where we are with that, the discussions, the negotiations.
For the union's part, they are saying that the proposal made by the government regarding the salary increase does not contain an absolute commitment to the wage increase. GOB has proposed to approve a 3% increase for October and subsequent unfreezing of the first increment some 6 months later. However, the union said that the next 5.5% increase is left up in the air. Minister Fonseca was asked to respond to that.
As a responsible government, we have to, as we've always been saying, and this should be no surprise to the Public Service Union, because in every meeting we've discussed this, we have always said that these salary increases should be tied to specific targets. They have to be tied to performance targets. We've also been discussing with the joint unions for years now, cost-saving measures, pension reform, revenue enhancement measures. We have committees that we have established to review all of those issues and come up with specific recommendations. So we have to allow that process to work. But we have to have salary increases that are connected to performance targets. I think any reasonable Belizean will say, anybody where you work, anybody who works in the private sector, works anywhere, salary increases are tied to some performance target. So that has to be an important component of it, as well as pension reform. We have said for many, many, many years now that the current pension scheme that we have in place is unsustainable, financially unsustainable. So we have said to the unions for a long time, let us sit together and make sure that we develop a pension reform program that everybody can be happy with and satisfied with.
KHMHWU wants to be placed on the public servant pension scheme. We'll delve more into that story and others right after this break.
Looking to build or renovate? Find the inspiration you need in our showroom. First stop, the kitchen. Explore big-name appliances, all built to make life easier. From there, let the lights guide you. But what about the finer details? We've got you covered. And to bring it all together, we've got tiles for every surface.
All available online.
Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Did you hear about the beef?
No, what happened?
I'm making meatloaf.
No.
Lewis is making meatloaf. Joel's making burgers. Anthony's making burgers.
For the bread, we are doing croutons, and the bread will soak it with milk, and that will embrace the flavor for the meatloaf to make it juicy.
It's hot.
We have to let go one of them, you know. So I wish them good luck to the other contestants for the final.
Proudly sponsored by Grill Master, Beef Masters, Rustino's Imports, and PlusTV. Other sponsors include Tri Fitness Club, Alan Paradise Hotel.
Look here, your kitchen light there, and you've been in the kitchen. Mama going back in there right now. And the coffee maker?
Just to try keep the coffee warm for later.
What you do now?
I'll try to think about what to eat.
You know the more you open or close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool.
Uh-huh.
For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You to charge your phone right now?
No.
Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads?
But this is my favorite shirt.
You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
Happy. This is a dream. I got a faith and I always pray. You know, sometimes as a single parent, you work only for eat, for pay your bills, but you don't have the opportunity to say, I will build something, you know. Thank God I have this land.
When I heard about it and Ms. Alamia spoke to me, I said, yes, we have to help Ms. Jabari because she deserves it. You know, she had the dream and we as the government work hard to help people like her and others who rightfully deserve it to make that dream a reality.
Overwhelming in a way, but with happiness. It's a lot, especially as a single mom with the rent and the bills, and the month goes so fast, and then you have school with your children and different things. So food, it's a whole lot. So one of the biggest things is when you don't have to pay the rent is a big boost, yeah.
For Ms. Garcia, I want to congratulate her. I think she really appreciates what was done for her from the Ministry of Housing.
We are here to serve our people, and we are here to work as hard as we can to deliver for those who rightfully deserve and need it.
Belize City, get ready for a safe and reliable e-taxi experience like never before. Building on the success of our e-ride bus service, we've heard your feedback, Belize City. We've seen your enthusiasm and how eagerly you've embraced zero-emission transportation in our community. Introducing the e-Ride Taxi, an electric taxi service, bringing you a cleaner, greener way to travel around our beautiful city. As part of the transformative Belize City e-Ride program, this new service is another step toward modernizing our transportation system for a sustainable future. Looking to book your first e-Ride taxi? It's super easy. First, download the Medriva app and register. Then, book your ride. Insert your pickup and drop-off location. Select e-Ride, choose the number of occupants, and pick your preferred payment method. Confirm your ride and track your e-Ride in real time as it makes its way to you. It's fast, eco-friendly, and designed for your comfort. So don't wait. Download Medriva today and let's drive Belize City towards a brighter, greener future, one e-ride at a time. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
From power tools to plumbing supplies, paints to light fixtures, at Benny's Kayo, we've got it all. Our extensive range of construction and household products ensures that you'll find exactly what you need, whether you're a seasoned contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer. Visit us at Mile 43 George Price Highway, Cotton Tree Village, just outside Belmopan, and discover the convenience, quality, and affordability that set us apart. Your next project starts here. Benny's, quality and savings.
Did you hear about the beef?
No, what happened?
I'm making meatloaf.
No.
Lewis is making meatloaf. Joel's making burgers. Anthony's making burgers.
For the bread, we are doing croutons. and the bread was soaked with milk, and that will embrace the flavor for the meatloaf to make it juicy.
It's hot.
We have to let go one of them, you know. So I wish them good luck to the other contestants for the final.
Proudly sponsored by Grill Master, Beef Masters, Rustino's Imports, and PlusTV. Other sponsors include Tri Fitness Club, Alan Paradise Hotel.
Look here, your kitchen light, Diana, you never been in the kitchen.
But I'm going back in there right now.
And the coffee maker?
Just to try keep my coffee warm for later.
Where do you know?
I'll try to think about what to eat.
You know, the more you open and close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool.
Uh-huh.
For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You charge your phone right now?
No.
Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads?
But this is my favorite shirt.
You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC, they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
One man was shot during an exchange of gunfire with police. That incident happened in Belize City on Tuesday night, sometime around 10:30, when police officers came under fire and returned fire. ASP Stacey Smith told us more.
Police are investigating a shooting incident that occurred sometime after 10 o'clock p.m. last night, June 3rd, 2025. Where the police officer who was posted at the checkpoint on New Road reported that he heard what sounded like gunshots from the direction of Victoria Street. He responded to that, and upon responding, he observed a male person who he directed to stop. This male person fired shots in the direction of the police officer, and the police officer responded. So far, police have recovered a weapon and have detained a suspect, and the investigation into this matter continues. When it is that more information is ascertained, it will be disclosed as it becomes necessary to disclose.
Any injuries to anyone?
So far, one individual has been injured.
Can the workers under the Carl Houston Memorial Hospital Workers Union be placed on a public servant pension scheme? That is a question that was posed to the Minister of Public Service, the Honorable Henry Charles Usher. While teachers demonstrated this morning, last week it was the members of the KHMHW who demonstrated. According to the membership of that union, they want to be placed on the public servants pension scheme, but is that possible considering the fact that the KHMH is a statutory body? Here is what Minister Henry Charles had to say.
Whenever an entity becomes a statutory body, there's always a process for the employees to determine whether they remain in the government service or they become employees of that statutory institution. When the KHMH became a statutory authority, I believe it was in 99 or somewhere, I can't remember the date, the employees were given the opportunity to remain either as a government employee or to be employed by KHMH. There are some that are employed by KHMH. There are some that are still employed by the government of Belize, even though they work at a statutory authority. So it's not as straightforward, oh, just make everybody public officers or make everybody members or employees of KHMH. We have to look at each case on a case-by-case basis and see what's the best way forward. But there is a way to resolve this matter. I would not say there isn't, but certainly we have to be able to sit in a responsive and respectful way to be able to come up to a solution.
Reports are that the United Democratic Party is scheduled to have a meeting on the 14th of June in an attempt to move the party forward. While this may seem like a step towards unity, reports are that the leader of the opposition, the Honorable Tracy Panton, and her colleagues were not invited. Today she confirmed that over 15 people were not invited.
I do understand that the meeting has been scheduled for the 14th of June. It is being promoted as a meeting that seeks to reset and unify the party. It's anything but that. There are at least 15 caretakers, elected representatives of this party, along with their executive committees, who have been excluded, have not been invited to attend this meeting. And if we're going to reset meaningfully, and if we intend to unite our political organization, then we need all hands on deck, and we need to hear from all persons. Some of what has to be said, some of what has to be heard may not be easy, but that is the place to trash it out. For me, it's not in the public domain. It should not be in the public domain. It should be in spaces where we can work together to find the solutions that ultimately serve the people, that promotes and defends our democracy, and help us to be, again, the voices of the people. For those who have been elected, the 5 of us, we have a clear mandate from the people that they want us to be their house, their voice in the House of Representatives. There are 3 senators who have been appointed, who are expected to be the voices of the people in the Senate. And so we need a party that rallies behind our elected and or appointed representatives, so that we can hear from those other constituencies that may not have the same level of representation in Parliament.
The UDP's struggles have been well documented over the past year. Despite the results of the general election, there is still no clear path forward as it relates to the leadership of the party. Panton says that she hopes that the party can soon put this saga behind them and move on. But she says that can only be done if they are included in the party's internal discussions.
Certainly, I think there has no place for this level of anarchy that exists in the party. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I would prefer that we can be adult enough and mature enough to sit around a table and to sort out these matters internally. We can't do it if we are not invited to the table. And so for those who continue to promote this kind of division and divisiveness, those who continue to promote complete disregard and disrespect for the party's constitution, I say to them, it is completely untenable, completely unacceptable. And at some point, we will have to take some serious action. We are exploring the legal remedies that may be available to us on the matter of the NPC. But it's unfortunate that we would have to go that route to have an internal discussion.
Do you think
Former ambassador to the European Union and to Nicaragua, Alexis Rosado, was arraigned in Belmopant's High Court yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, sexual assault, and rape. The case stems from a report made by a woman who claimed Rosado was sexually abusing her since she was 13 years old up to the age of 27. Rosado has been an integral part of the Belize ICJ team preparing Belize's case against Guatemala over territorial dispute. Today, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Francis Fonseca, was asked about Rosado's position on the ICJ team despite his arraignment for sexual crimes.
I mean, obviously, I'm not in a position to comment on the case. the criminal case before the court. You know, what I can say is that, you know, a decision was taken several years ago to keep Mr. Rosado in his capacity as a co-agent on the ICJ team, along with, of course, Ambassador Assad Schuman. And I think the justification for that, the rationale for that, was that he had been involved with this process for a very, very long time. He had a lot of knowledge and experience of engagement with the ICJ process. We were at a critical juncture. We are at a critical juncture in terms of that, the progress of that case before the court, International Court of Justice. And so, you know, the feeling of the government is that we should allow him to continue to serve along with Ambassador Schuman in advancing that work.
Today, the National Assembly, in collaboration with the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, launched a 3-day post-election seminar. The opening of the 3-day seminar was held at Kiki Wits Resort in Belmopan and seeks to train the new and returning members of Parliament on the proper parliamentary procedures. The training is being spearheaded by members of the CPA. Jack Hardcastle, one of the trainers, spoke about what the Parliament members can expect during the 3-day training seminar.
So the CPA, or Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, is a membership-based organisation which represents parliaments in the Commonwealth. We have over 180 members, so that includes national jurisdictions like Belize, but also subnational territories across the Commonwealth, hence the large membership. We offer a range of support and programmes and networking opportunities for parliaments, parliamentarians and clerks, including the seminar that we're delivering this week. We are over 100 years old, and we've evolved through the history of the Commonwealth itself and the various stages that the Commonwealth as an entity has gone through, and the CPA as part of that has evolved as well in terms of how we work with our member parliaments. The post-election seminar is a programme that we at the CPA offer to all of our member parliaments, and it's typically delivered in the short period after a general election or an election. So we were brought here on invitation of the National Assembly, and will be delivering sessions with both members of the House of Representatives as well as senators, and it's open to both newly elected members as well as those more experienced returning members as well. We're here alongside our partners in Parliamericas, which is another international interparliamentary organisation, as well as a team of Commonwealth parliamentarians and clerks that we've brought from other countries, including Trinidad and Tobago, Canada, and the Isle of Man in the UK.
The President of the Senate, Caroline Trench Sandiford, was also present at this morning's opening. She spoke about the importance of these sessions and how it helps the newly appointed and elected members of Parliament to better understand their roles and how to better execute their duties.
These sorts of sessions first enables the new parliamentarians to know what their roles and responsibilities, but not only that, what are the tools and mechanisms that are there to enable them to perform that responsibility and that crucial role that they have in a most efficient manner, in a more effective manner, and to be the voice of either the constituencies that they represent in the lower house, or the constituencies which are organizations in the upper house. As a returning parliamentarian, I can say that it's forever evolving and you're forever learning. And I can look back and moving into my second term say there's lots of lessons that I learned in my first term, but there is so much more that I need to learn myself. And so these refresher courses are always good to come to, not only in terms of appreciating and understanding the tools that we have, but to hear what other parliaments are doing throughout the world.
And while the training is tailored towards new members of Parliament, senior members of Parliament also made an appearance. We spoke with the area rep for Fort George and the leader of the opposition about why they felt it important to attend the seminar.
The Commonwealth Parliamentary Association has been a good partner for our own parliament. I know Speaker Valerie Woods has developed quite a relationship. She sits on the board. I think the President of the Senate either formerly sat on the board or currently sits on the board as well. So it's important for new and returning parliamentarians to be able to benefit from some of these sessions. It's a 3-day course going through different aspects of parliamentary life, different aspects when it comes to representation, when it comes to standing orders, when it comes to even being a representative of the people. And I think it's important. I'm here both as the Minister of Public Service and as the parliamentary whip for the government side. I thought it was important for me to be here and to at least stay for a few of the sessions.
Well, I do think it's absolutely important for these sessions for several reasons. One, it builds camaraderie within the parliamentary space. Two, we learn from maybe more experienced parliamentarians from other parts of this region, what has worked, what has not worked, what are the best practices, what are some of the cutting edge approaches to doing the work of the people, because that's what Parliament is about. And it also helps us to explore maybe more deeply some of the challenges we face, some of the opportunities we have to chart a new tone and a new approach forward. You know, parliaments are not meant to be partisan. They're really meant to look critically at the legislative framework or the policies that are being proposed so that the beneficiaries are best served. And that is our role and function, to be the voices of the people. And certainly this kind of workshop gives us an opportunity to come together in a safe space and to share ideas, to share opinions, which will hopefully help to inform how we proceed in this parliamentary term.
The theme for this year's September celebrations has been chosen. We will reveal it right after this break. You're watching Plus News.
Manuel, el cajón se volvió a trabar. Creo que debemos ir a Builders Hardware otra vez.
¿Otra vez? ¿Por qué no solo pedirlo en línea?
Ah, es cierto. Manuel, se me olvidaron las guías del cajón.
Did you hear about the beef?
No, what happened?
I'm making meatloaf.
No.
Lewis is making meatloaf. Joel's making burgers. Anthony's making burgers.
For the bread, we are doing croutons, and the bread will soak it with milk, and that will embrace the flavor for the meatloaf to make it juicy.
It's hot.
We have to let go one of them, you know. So I wish them good luck to the other contestants for the final.
Proudly sponsored by Grill Master, Beef Masters, Rustino's Imports, and PlusTV. Other sponsors include Tri Fitness Club, Alan Paradise Hotel.
Imagine getting rewards for your spending. Smart prepaid customers countrywide, it's time to level up with Smart Gains. Smart Gains are exclusive, limited time offers sent straight to your phone. We're talking irresistible rewards. You'll actually want extra credit, bonus data, and exclusive perks, all tailored to you. Because it's smart, we've always got your back. Don't miss out on rewards made just for you. Smart gains, smart savings, smart you. Smart, bringing people together.
Here's how to be a part of Benny's Homecation in 3 easy steps. First, download the B-Bucks app and sign up to be eligible. It's fast and easy. Then, shop at any Benny's location or Benny's entity. Remember to choose products from our monthly Homecation jackpot categories to earn entries. Now you can earn B-Bucks with purchases made and be a part of the Benny's Homecation jackpot for a chance to win the $10,000 grand prize in December. Win the ultimate Homecation with Benny's, quality and savings.
The National Celebrations Committee has finally revealed this year's theme for Belize's 2025 National September celebrations. The theme, Belize at 44, Stronger Together, Rising Forever, was co-authored by David Pena of San Andres Corozal and Holly Vasquez of San Ignacio Cayo, and managed to beat out over 300 other submissions nationwide. This theme was chosen because of its simple yet impactful meaning of strength in unity and a steady rise of Belize that continues moving forward. These words of inspiration are set to guide the nation through its celebrations, marking Belize's 44th year of independence. At the reveal ceremony, we heard from Honorable Francis Fonseca, the chairman of the National Celebrations Committee, who spoke more about the theme.
We have 2 winners. I think it's happened before. So we had to give both of them acknowledgement and both of them prizes. One from San Ignacio and one from Orange Walk. So I think those things happen. So we have to deal with it. And but we're very happy. We're very happy with the submissions, as I said. I think we got close to 600 submissions from all over the country. I was really glad to see participation from a lot of rural communities, from villages. I see some schools in rural communities really took it on as a project and worked on it. So that was very good, very good. We had participation from virtually every corner of the country. And the committee decided that, these 2 individuals who had come up with this team would be the ones who were receiving the recognition this year. We've had every variation of teams over the years. So we try, I think the committee tries not to repeat, and you'll find the words stronger and together, and you'll find them in almost every team, rising. So it's very difficult, it becomes increasingly difficult to find something new and original, if you know what I mean. So I'm never 100% satisfied, but we have a process. We follow that process. We respect that process, the integrity of that process, and so we, at the end, it's put to a vote in the commission, which is has widespread representation, and the committee goes with the majority vote on that issue. So we accept that and we celebrate the team.
Our good news for tonight is taken from Colossians 3:23-24. It says, "Whatever you do, do your work heartily, as for the Lord rather than for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive that reward." And that concludes our newscast for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning into Plus News. And be sure to join us right back here again tomorrow evening when we bring you all the latest happenings from around the country. Until then, do have a lovely evening. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. God bless.